In the ever-shifting landscape of global politics and military strategy, Vladimir Putin seems to have once again maneuvered the chessboard to his advantage, particularly in the complex theater of Syria. Just days ago, the West was celebrating what appeared to be a decisive victory in the region, believing that Russia had lost its strategic foothold in the Middle East. However, as the proverbial fog of war begins to dissipate, the narrative is revealing a different story, one where the West might have been outplayed, according to military analyst and YouTube channel author Borzigman. The situation is as dramatic as it is intricate, involving not just Russia and the Western powers but also Israel and Turkey, each playing their part in a grand geopolitical drama. The situation on the ground is telling. Syrian militants, who are often at the forefront of regional conflicts, seem to be avoiding direct confrontation with Russian forces. Instead, they step aside as columns of Russian military vehicles pass by, a curious development noted with some regret by Western military analysts. In Homs, pro-Turkish factions have even refrained from attacking Russian troops, unblocking roads to allow their movement. This unusual behavior suggests a behind-the-scenes agreement between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Further evidence of this potential accord comes from Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Mikhail Bogdanov, who has confirmed ongoing negotiations with the Syrian government regarding the future presence of Russian military bases at Khmeimim and Tartus. The current Syrian leadership appears amenable to Russia's continued military presence, a sentiment echoed by sources in Damascus who suggest that these bases will remain operational. This unfolding scenario hints at Moscow's strategic acumen. Despite Turkey's alleged insinuations that Assad's ousting had Moscow's tacit approval, such claims seem dubious when weighed against Russia's historical experiences with Turkey, a nation seen as an unreliable ally, easily swayed by U.S. influence. The stakes are high, with large caches of Soviet and Russian weaponry in Syria that the West might be keen to redirect to the Ukrainian armed forces. Anticipating such moves, Russia took preemptive action. Following a lengthy conversation between Putin and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Air Force commenced a campaign to destroy Syrian weapons depots, reportedly facilitated by Russian intelligence on the location of these stockpiles. In a mere 48 hours, over 200 airstrikes were executed, significantly depleting the arsenal that could have been diverted to Ukraine. These actions have not gone unnoticed in Washington. The U.S. administration under outgoing President Joe Biden had been hopeful of transferring Syrian military resources to support Ukraine. Israel's intervention, thus, has been perceived by some within the U.S. as a betrayal, an unexpected twist that seems to assist Putin strategically. However, Israel has defended its actions, citing national security concerns and the risk of these weapons falling into the hands of terrorist groups. Additionally, Israel has initiated a ground operation in Syria, capturing significant territories, which has only added fuel to the fire of regional tensions. Meanwhile, the militant group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham (HTS) has vowed to reclaim not just Syrian land but also Jerusalem, intensifying the conflict. Turkey, too, is making its ambitions clear. President Erdogan has expressed a desire to reverse the outcomes of World War I by annexing key Syrian cities into Turkey. In a meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Erdogan reportedly issued a stark warning. Turkish forces would engage Israeli aircraft if they attempted to support Kurdish groups, who are allied with the U.S. in Syria. These developments underscore a volatile situation where former allies are on the brink of becoming adversaries, each vying for control over Syria's resource-rich territories. Amidst this chaos, Borzigman posits that Putin is executing a calculated strategy akin to a chess gambit. While the focus of his geopolitical opponents is fractured by their squabbles over Syrian land, Russia's broader objectives remain intact, particularly regarding Ukraine. As these international players become embroiled in their disputes, the situation in Ukraine continues to deteriorate, with its military structure reportedly crumbling. There's speculation that once the current operations conclude, Russia will reinstall Bashar al-Assad in Syria, a theory bolstered by Assad's evacuation to Moscow and the dramatic rescue of Syrian General Suhail al-Hassan by Russian special forces. This complex web of alliances and conflicts suggests that the story of Syria is far from over. As the international stage continues to evolve, one must wonder, what will the next move be in this grand geopolitical game? Stay tuned, as the unfolding events promise to shape the future of not only Syria but the global order itself. As the geopolitical chessboard continues to shift under the weight of these unfolding events, the intricate dance of diplomacy and military might in Syria captivates the world's attention. The interplay between Russia, Turkey, Israel, and the United States forms a narrative rich with intrigue and strategy, each nation pursuing its own agenda while keeping a wary eye on the others. Vladimir Putin, with his reputation for strategic cunning, appears to be orchestrating a complex gambit, one that has caught many off guard. Once thought to be on the back foot in Syria, Russia is revealing its cards, and the game is far from over. The situation is rife with unexpected alliances and betrayals. The strategic cooperation between Russia and Israel is particularly noteworthy, as it highlights Putin's adeptness at leveraging relationships to achieve broader goals. The destruction of weapons depots in Syria, facilitated by Israeli airstrikes, underscores a shared interest in preventing military resources from being used against Russian interests or falling into the hands of hostile entities. This cooperation is a testament to diplomatic negotiations that transcend traditional alliances, illustrating how geopolitical realities can foster unexpected partnerships. Meanwhile, Turkey's ambitions in Syria are becoming increasingly transparent. President Erdogan's desire to redraw the borders established in the aftermath of World War I reveals a historical grievance that continues to influence contemporary politics. His bold statements about integrating Syrian cities into Turkey reflect a broader strategic vision that seeks to expand Turkey's influence in the region. This ambition, however, places Turkey at odds with both Israel and the United States, particularly given the complex web of alliances and enmities that characterize the Syrian conflict. The United States, for its part, finds itself navigating a delicate balance. The Biden administration's hopes of utilizing Syrian military assets to bolster Ukraine have been thwarted, at least in part, by Israel's decisive actions. This development highlights the intricate and often conflicting interests that define U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East. The challenge for Washington is to reconcile its support for allies like Israel and Turkey with its strategic objectives, a task made all the more difficult by the fluid nature of alliances in the region. As these nations maneuver for position, the Syrian people remain caught in the crossfire, their homeland a battleground for external powers. The humanitarian dimension of the conflict is a stark reminder of the war's toll on ordinary citizens, whose lives are disrupted by the ambitions of those vying for control. The international community watches with bated breath, aware that the outcome of this geopolitical struggle will have far-reaching implications not only for Syria but for the balance of power in the Middle East and beyond. Borzigman's analysis suggests that this is just the beginning of a new phase in the Syrian conflict, one where traditional alliances are upended and new power dynamics emerge. The shifting allegiances and the strategic calculus of each player create a narrative that is as unpredictable as it is compelling. The question remains, how will these developments influence the broader geopolitical landscape, and what will be the long-term consequences for the nations involved? These are questions that demand attention as the story continues to unfold. In the midst of these complex developments, the role of intelligence and military strategy cannot be overstated. The precision of the Israeli airstrikes, reportedly guided by Russian intelligence, exemplifies the sophisticated level of coordination required to execute such operations. It also raises important questions about the nature of modern warfare, where information and technology play as critical a role as traditional military might. The ability to adapt to changing circumstances and leverage available resources effectively is what sets successful military campaigns apart in today's interconnected world. The drama in Syria is a microcosm of the broader geopolitical shifts taking place on the global stage. As nations vie for influence and control, the implications of their actions resonate far beyond the immediate theater of conflict. The alliances formed and broken in this crucible of conflict will shape the future of international relations, influencing everything from economic partnerships to security alliances. The stakes are high, and the world is watching closely as this complex saga unfolds, eager to see who will emerge as the dominant force in this ever-evolving geopolitical landscape. The unfolding geopolitical drama in Syria is not just a tale of military maneuvers and strategic alliances. It is a vivid illustration of the ever-changing nature of global power dynamics. The intricate web of interactions between Russia, Turkey, Israel, and the United States paints a picture of a world where old alliances are tested and new partnerships are formed in the crucible of conflict. As Vladimir Putin appears to navigate these turbulent waters with a deft hand, the question remains: what are the broader implications for the global order? One of the most striking aspects of this situation is the role that historical grievances and national ambitions play in shaping current events. Turkey's aspiration to revise the post-World War I boundaries reflects a deep-seated desire to reclaim what it perceives as its rightful place in the region. This ambition is not merely a relic of the past, but a driving force in contemporary politics, influencing Turkey's actions and alliances. Erdogan's bold declarations about integrating key Syrian cities into Turkey are a testament to this enduring vision, one that has significant implications for regional stability. The United States, meanwhile, faces a complex array of challenges as it seeks to assert its influence in the Middle East. The thwarted plans to redirect Syrian military assets to Ukraine highlight the difficulties inherent in pursuing a coherent foreign policy in a region characterized by shifting allegiances and conflicting interests. The Biden administration must navigate these treacherous waters, balancing its relationships with regional allies like Israel and Turkey while pursuing its strategic objectives. This delicate balancing act underscores the complexities of modern diplomacy, where every action has the potential to reverberate across the global stage. Russia's strategic maneuvers in Syria are a testament to Putin's ability to capitalize on these complexities. By facilitating Israeli airstrikes on Syrian weapons depots, Russia has not only thwarted Western plans but also strengthened its position in the region. This move reflects a sophisticated understanding of the geopolitical landscape, where the lines between allies and adversaries are often blurred. The cooperation between Russia and Israel, despite their differing interests, underscores the potential for pragmatic partnerships in pursuit of shared goals. The humanitarian impact of these geopolitical machinations cannot be overlooked. The Syrian conflict has exacted a heavy toll on the civilian population, with countless lives disrupted by the ongoing violence. The international community faces the daunting task of addressing the humanitarian needs of those affected, while grappling with the complex political realities that underpin the conflict. The challenge is to find a path forward that prioritizes the well-being of the Syrian people, even as nations jockey for position in this strategic theater. As the situation continues to evolve, the role of technology and intelligence in modern warfare becomes increasingly apparent. The precision of the Israeli airstrikes, reportedly aided by Russian intelligence, highlights the importance of information in contemporary military operations. In a world where technology plays a pivotal role in shaping the outcome of conflicts, the ability to gather, analyze, and act on intelligence is a critical component of national security strategy. This reliance on technology underscores the changing nature of warfare, where traditional military might is augmented by the power of information. Looking ahead, the developments in Syria are likely to have far-reaching implications for the global order. The alliances and conflicts that emerge from this complex situation will influence international relations for years to come, shaping everything from economic partnerships to security strategies. The world is watching closely, aware that the outcome of this geopolitical struggle will have significant consequences for the balance of power in the Middle East and beyond. In this ever-shifting landscape, the question remains: how will these events shape the future of international relations, and what lessons can be drawn from the unfolding drama in Syria? As the story continues to unfold, it serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities and challenges of navigating the modern geopolitical landscape, where the stakes are high and the outcomes are far from certain. The world stands at a crossroads, poised to witness the next chapter in this ongoing saga, where the decisions made today will shape the global order of tomorrow. As we approach the denouement of this intricate geopolitical saga, the situation in Syria stands as a testament to the complexities and unpredictabilities of international relations in the modern era. The interplay of national ambitions, historical grievances, and strategic calculations has crafted a narrative that is as compelling as it is intricate. As Russia, Turkey, Israel, and the United States each pursue their objectives, the broader implications for global stability and power dynamics come into sharper focus. The unfolding events in Syria serve as a powerful reminder of the shifting nature of alliances. In a world where traditional partnerships can dissolve and new ones can form seemingly overnight, the ability to adapt and respond to changing circumstances is crucial. Vladimir Putin's strategic gambit in Syria exemplifies this adaptability, as Russia navigates a complex landscape to secure its interests and outmaneuver its rivals. This ability to pivot and forge pragmatic alliances, such as the cooperation with Israel, underscores the importance of flexibility in achieving strategic goals. Meanwhile, Turkey's actions reflect a broader trend of regional powers seeking to assert their influence and reshape the geopolitical landscape. Erdogan's ambitions to redefine Turkey's role in the Middle East highlight the enduring impact of historical narratives on contemporary politics. These aspirations, while potentially destabilizing, also offer opportunities for new alliances and partnerships as nations seek to navigate the evolving power dynamics of the region. For the United States, the challenge lies in maintaining its influence amid these shifting tides. The complexities of balancing relationships with key regional players, while pursuing broader strategic objectives, underscore the intricacies of modern diplomacy. As Washington grapples with these challenges, the importance of clear, coherent foreign policy becomes increasingly apparent. The ability to anticipate and respond to the actions of both allies and adversaries will be crucial in shaping the U.S.'s role in the Middle East and beyond. The situation in Syria also highlights the critical role of technology and intelligence in contemporary conflicts. The ability to gather and act on information with precision and speed can significantly alter the course of events, as demonstrated by the Israeli airstrikes facilitated by Russian intelligence. In this context, the integration of technology into national security strategies becomes paramount, influencing the outcomes of geopolitical struggles and shaping the future of warfare. As the world watches these developments unfold, the broader implications for global stability and power dynamics cannot be ignored. The alliances and conflicts emerging from the Syrian theater will have lasting impacts on international relations, influencing everything from economic policies to security strategies. The stakes are high, and the decisions made by key players in this geopolitical drama will resonate far beyond the borders of Syria. In the face of such complexities, the story of Syria offers valuable lessons for navigating the modern geopolitical landscape. It serves as a reminder of the importance of adaptability, strategic foresight, and the ability to forge pragmatic alliances in pursuit of broader objectives. As the global order continues to evolve, these lessons will be crucial for nations seeking to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. In conclusion, the unfolding drama in Syria is more than a regional conflict. It is a microcosm of the broader challenges facing the international community. As the world stands on the brink of a new geopolitical era, the question remains: how will these developments shape the future of global relations, and what role will each nation play in the emerging order? As we ponder these questions, the importance of staying informed and engaged becomes clear, encouraging us to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next chapter in this ongoing saga.